but not necessarily a business model. This is not why we came here, to make money. We came here to grow a community, to empower a community, and this, to me, to the best of my ability at the time, with what I knew, with the people that were there for those 3 hours, is my field. And it's only about 7 minutes, but if you look at it, it's a whole different story than what you saw on television and what you saw in the newspapers. At least I think it's quite different. So that's all I can say about it. Shot and edited in a few days, and got it out there just to try and change the way the story was being reported. But you got to remember that the internet wasn't really that prevalent then. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have all the social media stuff. So
we want more people to be here. And we also invite the co-sales people whose land we're on to come here in solidarity with us.
Woodward was already owned by the people. It was given to the people by the last government, and this government took it away, and we're taking it back. We are saying that we will not allow this to be anything but social housing.
We're a group of people from the community and from just outside of the community who are affected by this government's cuts, who are affected by the lack of access to social housing, by the freeze that the Liberals placed upon social housing, and people who are not comfortable sitting back and taking it or politely asking for change, but people who are willing to seize an empty building and demand change, people who are willing to seize an empty building and create the resources that we need to survive.
And this is more than just a squat for homelessness and everything else. It has to do with the whole marginalized peoples that are out there. And our largest factor in that is the Aboriginal community down here, the off-reserve community, Aboriginal people.
We don't get equal representation anywhere. When it comes to our federal government, they don't represent us, our provincial government, even the municipal government, they like to sweep us under the carpet. Here in Vancouver, it is the most profound.
And banners, the homeless, the poor, Aboriginal rights and social justice activists have squatted Woodwards since September the 14th, the active continuation of a decade-long campaign to build social housing on site. Outside in the street, media briefings. Inside on the second floor, a festive atmosphere as squatters make a home.
We need to really address that this place has been here for 10 years, and all these other empty buildings have been here for 10 years, and then some, and nobody's addressing the problem. They sooner see the people put on the street rather than to house them.
It's that community is here. Community is upstairs. We apologize to you guys when it takes us a while to come down here and make our statements. But that's because community is happening up there. That's because we sit together and we make sure that we agree on what's happening and everybody's heard. I wish the provincial government would understand that.
We're taking this building to fight back. We're taking this building as part of a movement that will fight against this government and defeat this government. It's important that people come down and support this building, support this squad, because the police have issued an injunction, and they will move on this injunction at an undisclosed time. But the more people we have, the more power we have in maintaining this building and building the movement towards real change.
We have a banner saying, "Oh Canada, our home and native land." That's what we really want to say, is that we want justice for everybody. What we want is this to be like mostly social housing for the people in this area. I'd like to quote the Canadian anthem, "Oh Canada, our home and native land, this is ours." So that's why the people are occupying this building, and we're in solidarity with the Aboriginal peoples who